So good day everyone. So let's continue our discussion in double integration method in theory of structures. So this time around, we'll be analyzing indeterminate beams. So using DIM. So analysis of indeterminate beams. So for indeterminate beams, where reactions are not solvable due to the lack of available equilibrium equations, so displacements are used as part of the compatibility equation. So parang sa MDB, naghanap tayo ng compatibility equation to determine the other unknown parameters. So this will later be complement the equilibrium equations. So among all approaches, the double integration method and the three-moment equation are proven to be most convenient. So the approach is the same as that indeterminate beams. So the difference lang, when reactions are usually represented by variables and constants of integration are solved simultaneously with the available equilibrium equation. Okay? Let us try to analyze this indeterminate beam. So determine the reactions at the support of the beam shown. Given yung load, meron tayong 20 kilonewton, which is 1 meter from A, and then a uniformly distributed load of 10 kilonewton per meter from C to D, which is 2 meters. So there is a roller support at A, and at the midspan of the beam, internal roller C, and a pin support at D. So the length of the beam is 4 meters. So first, we assume the reactions to be upward. Okay? So RA upward, RC, and RD. And then solve for the reactions using equilibrium equation. For summation for this vertical, we will get RA plus RC plus RD equals 40. So that will serve as equation 1. Kasi hindi pa natin masasolve yan. So equation 1 muna. Diba? And then summation moment at C will give us RA minus RD equals 0. And that will be equation 2. As you can see, 3 unknowns, dalawa equation lang. So that shows that the beam is statically indeterminate. So we need additional equation to be able to solve this reaction. So dito na papasok ngayon si double integration method. So ganito, may setup ka na agad na ganito, loading functions na agad. So set up the loading function and derive the slope and deflection function. So for the load, it will give us RA, quantity x minus 0 raised to negative 1, minus 20x minus 1 raised to negative 1, plus RC, x minus 2 raised to negative 1, and 10 minus 10, x minus 2 raised to 0. So RD hindi nakasali kasi nasa far end na siya. And then integrate, we will get the shear function. It will become RA, quantity x minus 0 raised to 0, minus 20, x minus 1 raised to 0, plus RC, x minus 2 raised to 0, minus 10, quantity x minus 2 raised to 1. And then M, moment function. So RA, quantity x minus 0 raised to 1, minus 20, quantity x minus 1 raised to 1, plus RC, quantity x minus 2 raised to 1, minus 5, quantity x minus 2 raised to 2. So naging 5 na lang siya kasi 2 over 10. At 2, magiging over 2 siya. 10 over 2 is 5. So that will become EI equals to second derivative of y with respect to x-axis. So integrate will give us EI theta equals 1 half RA, quantity x minus 0 raised to 2, minus 10, x minus 1 raised to 2, plus 1 half RC, x minus 2 raised to 2, and then minus 5 over 3, x minus 2, quantity raised to 3, plus C1. Okay? And then integrate again will give us this deflection equation. Ito yung slope, ito deflection. So EIY na siya. So equals 1 over 6. Kasi RA, kasi magiging raised to 3 na to. So over 3 times 2 is 6. Okay? So 1, 6 RA, quantity x minus 0 raised to 3, minus 10 over 3, quantity x minus 1 raised to 3, plus 1 over 6 RC, quantity x minus 2 raised to 3, minus 5 over 12, quantity x minus 2 raised to 4, plus C1x plus C2. So, utilize na natin ngayon yung boundary conditions in order to come up with the compatibility equation. So, as you can see from the beam, tatlo yung ating makukuha boundary dyan. So, at x equals to 0, at x equals to 2, and at x equals to 4, the deflection there is 0. So that will be our boundary conditions. Okay? So unahin natin at x equals to 0. Y is 0. So therefore, we can equate the deflection equation to 0 and then substitute the value of x, which is 0. So therefore, will give us a result that C2 is 0. And then substitute ulit at x equals to 2, y 0. So same, substitute naman natin 2 for the value of x. And then we will get a result of 4/3 RA plus 2C1 equals 10/3. And that will serve as equation 3. Unfortunately, nadagdagan yung unknown. Imbis na 3, naging 4 na. So huwag ka mag-alala, kaya pa rin masolve yan because we can solve another compatibility equation using the last boundary condition, which is x equals to 4. Di ba? X equals to 4, y is 0. So substitute again to the deflection equation. So that will become 16 RA quantity 4 minus 0 raised to 3 minus 10/3, 4 minus 1 quantity raised to 3 plus 1/6 RC quantity 4 minus 2 raised to 3 minus 5, 12, quantity 4 minus 2 raised to 4. So plus C1, 4 plus C2. 0, 16 RA 4/3. So that will become equation 4. So therefore, by using your calculator, you can solve it simultaneously for unknowns, for equation. Di ba? So kung hindi kaya ng calcu, therefore RA is equals to RD. So that will be 6.875 kilonewton. So upward means positive, tama yung ating mga direction. And then RC is 105/4 or 26.25 kilonewton upward. And also, we have able to solve for C1, negative 35/12. So substitute mo na yan doon sa final equation. So, meron ka na rin elastic curve equation. So, ganun lang. Okay. So, let's try another example. Determine the reactions at the support of the beam shown. So, ganun ulit. Assume muna mga directions ng unknown reaction. So, as you can see, di ko na nilagay yung horizontal kasi same lang naman siya doon sa RC. Wala namang horizontal load. So, no need na. So, therefore, MC, MA is counter, MC is clockwise, RA, RB, RC is upward. Okay? So, using equilibrium equation, we can get two equations. So, that will be RA, RB plus RC equals 100. That will be equation 1. And summation moment at C, so sa dulo, will give us 3RA plus RB minus MA plus MC equals 200. That will be equation 2. So, this shows that the beam is statically indeterminate. 5th degree. Ay, 3rd degree, sorry, rather. Kasi, kulang pa tayo ng 3. Diba? So, 5 unknowns minus 2 available equilibrium equation. So, 3rd degree. So, we need additional 3 compatibility equation to be able to solve the reactions. So, set up na natin yung loading function. So, eto. So, integrate. Alam niyo na yan. And then, integrate again to get the moment function. So, dito ka na magsisimula para magkaroon, pag-integrate mo ulit, magkakaroon ng constant. So this is your moment function, which is negative MA, x minus 0 raised to 0 plus RA, x minus 0 raised to 1, minus 100, x minus 1 raised to 1 plus RB, x minus 2 raised to 1. So therefore, integrate will give us negative MA, x minus 0 raised to 1 plus 1 half RA, x minus 0 raised to 2, minus 50, x minus 1 raised to 2, plus 1 half RB, x minus 2 raised to 2 plus C1. And then EIY, integrate ulit, magiging EIY na. So this is now your deflection equation. So, nagkaroon na siya ng C1 tsaka C2. Okay? So, utilize na natin yung mga boundary condition. So, ganito, napaswerte ka lang kasi yung fixed end, di ba sinabi ko na sa inyo before, for fixed end, theta there is also 0. No deflection and no slope. So, as you can see, boundary condition natin to, x equals to 0, theta is 0, and then deflection is 0. So substituting the values of x, which is 0, to the slope and deflection equation, we will get the result of C1 is equals to 0 and C2 is equals also to 0. Diba? So pwede na natin tanggalin itong dalawa. Wala pala yan. And then substituting another value, x equals to 3, boundary conditions. Theta is 0 also. Diba? So that will be 3 na yung x. Substitute natin sa slope equation. So that will be 9 halves RA plus 1 half RB minus 3 MA. And that will serve your equation 3. And then substitute ulit the value ng 3x sa deflection equation kasi 0 rin naman yung deflection dyan. So will give us 9 halves RA plus 16 RB minus 9 halves MA equals 400 over 3. And that will be your equation 4. And then another boundary condition at B, where there's an internal roller, as you can see, it will also not deflect there, diba? 0 on deflection dyan kasi may support. So therefore, x is equals to 2 naman yung boundary condition. Deflection is 0. Equated to 0, deflection equation will give us another equation, which is 4/3 RA minus 2 MA is equals to 50 over 3. That will be equation 3. And then solve the 5 equations simultaneously. Ito na yung equations natin. So this is now the final answer. So kapag positive, tama yung directions. Kapag nag-negative, ibig sabihin lang nun, i-reverse mo lang yung direction. Tulad ng RC, nag-negative siya. So therefore, hindi pala siya pataas, pababa pala siya. Okay? And then MC is counterclockwise. So hindi siya clockwise. Alright. So syempre, we can also determine the maximum deflection using double integration method. So the maximum deflection in the beam is significant in structural design as it dictates one of the serviceability requirements in a building. So basically, from a relationship between the curvature and the moment, the higher bending moment usually leads to a higher curvature. However, factors such as flexural rigidity, beam supports also contribute to the location of the value of the maximum deflection. So the maximum deflection is located in any of the following. So between two supports within the brace segment where the slope of the tangent line is 0. So pag between supports, hanapin mo lang yung slope niya ng tangent line 0. Diba? So parang sa shear and moment, kapag nag-0 yung shear, automatic andun yung maximum moment. Diba? So ganun din siya sa maximum deflection. And then, between a beam support and the free end, for an overhang or cantilever where the slope of the tangent line is 0. Sa fixed end, pwede rin nandoon. Or sa free end ng beam. Okay? So lahat yun sa cantilever na doon, so may free end lahat. Pero kailangan mong i-analyze parehas. So para malaman mo kung nasaan talaga yung maximum deflection. Okay? So let's try this one. So this is an overhang beam. May pin sa A and internal roller at B, which is 2 meters from A. And then may 40 kilonewton downward load at C. So let us determine the maximum deflection in the beam shown. Use EI equals to 100,000 kilonewton meters squared. So hindi natin alam kung paano magde-deflect to, no? So let us solve for the reaction. We can solve the reaction because this is a determinate beam. So solving the reaction will give us downward 20 kilonewton at A and upward at B, 60 kilonewton. Okay? So you know how to solve na ng reaction, so no need to elaborate and explain this one. Okay? Using equilibrium equation. And now set up the loading function. So loading natin, so negative 20x minus 0 raised to negative 1 plus 60x minus 2 raised to negative 1. So hindi nakasali yung 40 kasi nasa right end na siya, dulo. So hindi nakasali yun. Integrate, you will get the shear function, which is negative 20 quantity x minus 0 raised to 0 plus 60 quantity x minus 2 raised to 0. And then moment function, integrate ulit to get the moment function. You will get negative 20 quantity x minus 0 raised to 1 plus 60x minus 2 raised to 1. So that will be equals to EI, second derivative of y with respect to x. So now, integrate will give us EI theta, slope function na, which is negative 10 x minus 0 quantity raised to 2 plus 30 x minus 2 raised to 2 may plus C1. So magkakaroon na ng constant, di ba? Pag slope tayo. Then integrate again, give us negative 10 over 3 quantity x minus 0 raised to 3 plus 10 quantity x minus 2 raised to 3 plus C1x plus C. And then solve for the constant using boundary condition. So solve for C1 and C2. So as you can see, at x equals to 0, y is 0. So therefore, substituting the value of 0 for the deflection equation will give us C2 is equals to 0. And then at x equals to 2, also y is 0. Substitute again the value of 2 for x, and then equate to 0 ang deflection equation will give us negative 10 over 3 quantity 2 minus 0 raised to 3 plus 10 quantity 2 minus 2 raised to 3 plus C1 times 2 plus 0. Will give us C1 is 40 over 3. So therefore, this is now your final equation for the elastic curve of this beam. So now, let us determine the location of the maximum deflection. Sabi nga, the maximum deflection can be located either at the free end if it exists or between 2 points that are supported where the slope of the tangent line is 0. So as you can see dito, dalawa. Between supports, pwede siya. Kasi pwede mag-deflect ng ganito. Yeah? At saka sa free end. So i-analyze natin parehas. So unahin natin yung between supports. So syempre, sabi raw dyan, maximum deflection daw ay 0 yung theta. Diba? So therefore, ang i-equate natin sa 0 is yung slope equation. So let us equate this to 0. Will give us 0 equals to negative 10 xm AB for segment AB minus 0 raised to 2, 40. And then, using algebra, will give us a result of xm 1.1547 meters. So that is one location. And then another location is at x equals to 3. So para malaman natin kung nasaan yung maximum deflection, just substitute it to the deflection equation. So unahin natin si 1.1547. So we will get a deflection between those supports of 1.03 times 10 to the negative 4 meters. So upward. So tama yung ating drawing ng elastic curve. And then substituting the value of 3, which is at the free end, to the deflection equation will give us a result of negative 4 times 10 to the negative 4 meters. So downward naman siya. So as you can see, which is the highest value of the two, will give us the maximum deflection. And then since the second value has a larger magnitude than the first, so therefore the maximum deflection is then located at the free end, given by 0.4 millimeter. So that's how you solve maximum deflection using double integration method and how you solve reactions of indeterminate beam using double integration method. Thank you very much for listening. Once again, this is Engineer Adi Castro, your instructor in Theory of Structures. Thank you.